That would never happen in Japan.
Wait, I'm American.
I am too. I think we all are.
Same. Yeah. I'm in gorgeous Montana.
Montana? That's mountain time if you ask me.
Hell yeah. Ah, yeah.
You see, I ain't from no Montana. I'm one of them Cali boys. I'm a surfer. We hitting
I used
bros
to live
all
in Cali.
day. Oh, really?
My little brother was born in Cali. I used to live on the. I lived in Santa Maria for a year, and then I moved up to the Air Force Base Vandenberg
Oh,
up in the mountains.
no way. Oh, that's gotta be an
Ooh.
interesting life. Then why did you end up in Montana?
My mom was born and raised here.
Gotcha.
And we have a lot of family here, and a lot of my dad's side of the family also lives here in Montana.
Okay. Gotcha. Where do you live,
I
Diggs?
love it,
Where you
except
at?
for the fact.
I used to live in California, but now I'm in Texas.
Texas? You moved to Texas?
Oh my god, that's where my boyfriend lives.
What were you doing in Texas?
There's actually, I would say job, but there's a lot of remote jobs out here, so
Nice. Yeah,
that's
probably.
why I wanted to go back to being remote.
Cali has a lot of problems right now.
this.
I ain't gonna lie about that. I ain't gonna lie. Things are getting kind of hairy over here. I might even be thinking about moving. Texas does sound pretty nice, but my problem is friends and family. All friends and family are here, and I want to leave them. Be sad.
That's hard,
Anyways,
actually.
hello everybody. Luna, Pup, Nicole, everybody in the chat. How you doing? Welcome to the Cuddle Puddle podcast with yours truly. My name is Theo. You know it. Today I am surrounded by a couple good friends. I got It's Gigs over here to my left. I got Rage Wrecker up top. They are TikTokers. Go and follow their pages. Give them the love. Give them the shout out. We hopefully have a good cast ready for you here. We got Dottie. We got Missy in the chat. I'm feeling good. Y'all ready to get in some questions?
Hell yeah. Hi, Missy. I love you, girl.
Sup, Dot? What do you eat?
Hello.
Dot, what are you eating? What are you snacking on right now, Dot? You owe me a snack. Your Takis? You got some Takis? Hey, some love for the sugar cubes. Oh no, shit! Dottie, you actually have Takis.
Oh, I have
Called it,
Talkie
baby.
chips up in my room. I have Talkies Pringles.
Whoa, like they put them together?
Them's are
Takis
good.
Pringles.
It's like a Pringles can, and they're chips, but they're Talkie flavor.
Whoa, 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 whoa. I don't think that's okay. I think that's too addictive at that point.
They're so good. But I prefer original Talkies. I can eat a whole family-sized bag by myself in a day.
Oh, I could
Or I used to, before my acid reflux got bad.
Oh no.
Ooh.
Yo, Missy in the chat saying that she is getting ready for a rave right now. Got a question for you two. Have you two ever been to a rave?
No, I haven't. I want to go so bad. I mean, I've been to one on
I
VR
have
chat,
not.
but not IRL.
Gotcha. I gotta tell you this. I am a rave bunny. I am out there all the time, as many times as I can. In 2 weeks, I actually have a weekend where I'm hitting 2 raves back to back. I just put on my calendar 3 more raves for the rest of the year. I absolutely love the lights. I love the music. I love the dancing. If y'all are looking for some recommendations, I got some really good artists you guys should all be listening to.
I would like those recommendations. I like rave
Same.
music. A lot of it's techno, and I grew up on techno.
Gotcha. All right. So here's one out the gate. My favorite, number 1, Porter Robinson. If y'all don't have him, I'm going to put y'all on notice. Go listen to you some Porter Robinson. He is the best in the space right now. You looking for some other good EDM? Illenium's at the top of the list. Dabbin's at the top of the list. Said the Sky's at the top of the list. Seven Lions is up there too. Odessa isn't bad. Like, there's a lot of good music going on right now in the EDM space. So if you haven't been a part of it, I'd highly recommend it.
Hell yeah, Missy. You get it, girl.
Yo, she's talking about Second Sky. If y'all haven't heard about it, Porter Robinson has his own music festival over here in Cali called Second Sky. It's one of a kind, and there's nothing quite like it. I got to tell you this, the best day of my life happened in an Oakland parking lot, and that was at his music festival. So if y'all ever have the opportunity, I suggest you come out. Holy crap! Takiru, what the crap? Oh my god, thank you so much. You just sent the house at me. Yo, thank you, bros, for the solid.
You should throw a house at him.
Dude. You just murdered me. Holy crap. Yo, thanks for the support.
They're just absolutely spamming.
I know. I didn't realize you were that big of a Ray fan. Good to meet you, man. Hopefully we meet in person one day. Maybe we go hit that up. Appreciate the gift. But yeah, if you guys aren't into like that EDM rave style of music, what kind of music do you like?
Country. I love country music.
I'm more of a hard rock person. I love like what was it lately? Bring Me the Horizon came out with a new single, so I've been listening to that a lot.
Okay, so we got country and rock. Dare I ask you to name some artists? Who do you like to listen to?
Oh, hold on. Hold on. I got a whole Spotify playlist.
Yo, Caspy's echoing that, Gigs. She's echoing that.
Yeah, see, what was it? Bring Me. I listen to a lot of different type of music, but hard rock is always the one I go back to. So like, yeah, Bring Me the Horizon, I Prevail. That's another band.
Pussycat meow
Mayday
meow.
Parade.
Like, no, not country.
Oh, I've heard Mayday Parade. Leave my country alone, okay? I grew up on a farm. You guys gotta leave me alone.
You see, I grew up on like a farm too, like rural area. But, you know, that turned me off from country because that's all anyone ever played.
I like all music.
Cup.
Oh, no.
But like, Red Solo Cup was my favorite song when I was a kid.
Oh my
I
god.
like Toby Keith.
But like,
I listened
I'm
to that
over
a
here
lot
listening
when I
to
was
Jason
younger.
Aldean, Granger Smith, Thomas Rhett, Luke
Rhett.
Bryan,
Shania
Jake
Twain.
Owens, Luke Combs, stuff like that. Oh,
Who's the duo? What's the duo? My girl's all about them. Dan Poche. Lady A. You guys
They're
listen
all
to
right.
some Lady A?
I listen to this country group a lot. They're an a cappella country group, and they're ooh.
Whoa.
I have bad controllers. But they're an a cappella country group, and they're called Home Free. I got to see them in concert not too long ago, and they were awesome.
Wait, I might have seen them. Do they have like 5 members and one of them's a beatboxer?
Yes.
Yes. Oh my gosh, I've seen them before. So like the 4 guys are singing. They're like all along the scale, right? And then that 5th guy is just crazy because he's laying a beat with nothing but his vocals the entire time. It was like one of the most professional performances I've ever seen of somebody do beatboxing. It was really cool to watch.
It was, oh my gosh, it was awesome. I absolutely loved it. I'm a sucker for country music.
Yeah. I'm not the biggest country fan, but I guess there's a really big following. You know what's really hypocritical of me? I'm not a big country fan, but I do go line dancing every other week. So, I mean...
I haven't learned to line dance.
It's fun.
Yeah.
Do it with a couple different people. Ooh.
And that's the cool part. Like, you get to learn a dance, and then you're, like, in a giant square with, like, 20, 30 other people all doing it in unison at the same time. Like, it just feels so good to be able to, like, master a song like that. But yeah, that's what I do for fun. You guys got any weird hobbies?
Oh, weird hobbies.
I don't really do a lot. I go to like the arcade every now and again. I play like the Japanese video games and whatnot. I like Round One. Chrono Circle. I've been playing a lot as of late. That's really it outside of the house.
I have never been to one of those. What are they like?
They're huge. They're huge. Like it's a huge arcade. It's kind of like if you've ever been to like a Dave and Buster's.
Okay.
Except they have like the foreign games, like the Japanese, like crane games and all that kind of stuff that you see overseas.
That'd be fun. Do they have like a VR setup at all?
Yeah, they do. They have VR games and whatnot. Like the arcade, the VR arcade games. There's like a flight simulator I've been liking right now that was Star Wars themed.
Gotcha. Okay.
Sounds so much fun.
Yeah. No, I'll have to give one of those a shot. I think a Round One just opened up near where I am, but I haven't been there yet. So I might go give that a shot. I might go give that a try.
It's a little bit on the expensive side for their like coins and whatnot, but like $50 usually can get you a long ways for some of those games.
Gotcha. How about you, Rage? What do you do for fun?
I play Roblox.
Roblox?
Specifically Royal High and Fantasia.
You see, I'm telling you this now. I think Roblox is like the pre-version of VR chat. I think you like upgrade as you get older into VR chat, but Roblox is where like most people start who play this game.
Yeah, I was on Roblox for I think about 5 years before I just stopped playing video games completely. I just recently came back to it after a 3-year break, and so many things have changed.
Really? Whoa. Like what?
Like, there's 3D clothing now. I don't know how the heck I'm supposed to use that. Like, what? The hair is so much prettier. There's shoes? Since when did block people need shoes?
Oh my gosh.
Since always.
And there's pretty faces now. It's not just beep, bow, bow.
Wait.
They blink.
Really? So they're making it like closer to VR chat. That's what I just heard.
Yeah, and there's VR compatible games now.
What? Really? No way.
Mm-hmm. There's one called VR Hands that I actually play. Basically you get to, it's not great on the Quest. I would suggest doing it on like a Vive and stuff like that, or if you have Vive hands. Mm-hmm. Like, you can do it with the headset, just not the hands. But you get to pick people up. And you get to, like, throw them, or you get to, like, take them to the moon, or you get to, like...
Are you punching? Are you punching
them up?
You throwing
I
them
have
around?
smooth tracking, so my hand looks weird. Oh, yeah, and you could throw them around.
Oh, my gosh. I'm pretty sure you could do that in this game.
It's so much fun.
Big ol' Abby.
Oh, yeah. For real.
So, Sim, who we got today? We got It's Gigs over here. Go follow them on TikTok. They're fun. They're a good time. Behind me, we got The Rage of the Wreckers. Follow them as well. They're also a good time. We just here chatting it, shooting the poop. You know what it is. That being said, what are some questions? You guys ready to jump into some questions? What we got first? I think you're going up first,
let's jump
Rage?
into some questions.
Yeah, let's do it.
I can do a... One question that I ask in my interviews is, what is one thing that you don't like about VR chat and one that you like about VR chat? One thing that you like about VR chat, because there's so many different things in VR chat, and there's a lot to dislike and there's a lot to like.
I got a couple in the chamber, but if y'all don't want to go first, I can go first.
Good.
All right. So one thing I dislike about this game, you know it, you hate it, it's the drama. There is so much freaking drama going on in this game at any given time, and it is an absolute shame that we can't figure out how to work together. This community is going to be as good as it ever is now, before the corporations, before the big business, before the dollars get here, and we can make this place a Garden of Eden. It's a damn shame that we out here fighting amongst each other like silly children. Gosh, I hate watching all this drama happen, all this blow up, and people hating each other, friend groups disappear, entire communities collapse. It's a damn shame. Y'all got to get your shit together. Y'all got to get your shit together. That's what I hate about it. What I like about this game are VR families. Like, I get to see families come together. These kids who are lost, don't really know, and are aimless and directionless. Their parents are probably neglecting them. They slap on a headset, and they get to meet people who are like older than them, who can kind of like show them the way and teach them things about like how to respect others, how to resolve conflicts with their friends and their parents, how to get their homework done on time, and how to associate with good groups of people. Like, seeing that has been the brightest spark of anything that I've seen here in VR chat. How about you, Gigs?
And then you have the talking kids. Kind of a double-edged sword. I'm like, I hate the people, but I like the people, because there's a lot of interesting people and interesting worlds in this game. And just talking to people from, like, you know, one point of the world, and you can be talking to somebody on the other side is, like, nice. You see a different perspective of the world.
Yeah.
Wait, is it my turn?
Sure.
That's
Go
really
for it.
it.
Oh. I hate just the people, but I also love the people, because there's so many children out there, like, throwing racist slurs, homophobic slurs. They're just throwing it everywhere. And that throws back to what Theo was talking about. Like, they need those people who are older than them to show them the way when their parents haven't, or their guardians haven't. But I also like the people, because you can find some really cool people, like this man right here, and this person right here. Like, what the heck, man?
Yeah. And there are so many people who are like aimless in real life. Like, they haven't really found community.
Oh.
But VR chat, as Gigs was saying, gives you the opportunity to meet people from all over the world. People with similar interests, discords of communities that have the similar mindset and perspective on life as you do. And this game gives you the opportunity to interface with them and connect with them and find a home with whatever weird things you're into. I'm not going to get into all the weird things in this game. There's a million of them. But whatever weird thing you're into, you could find a Discord community about that, right? And that stuff's totally amazing. And this game gives you that opportunity. One of those is these kids, right? We all see them. They're running around screaming racial slurs in public and being mean to one another. And there's a handful of those kids who just, you know, they're just trying to be themselves and have a good time and are very nice and very pleasant, but they just don't have a home to go to. And it's not our job to determine VR chat's rules and policies. What we do know as the landscape is that they aren't policing things well. There are kids running around here rampantly, being exposed to things that only the internet can provide, and that's not in a good way. And I think if we have a responsibility as a calling here as VR chatters, it's to, you know, do our best to watch out for those kids, to take care of them. So to anybody who's in a position to where they can, you know, feel free to adopt. That's been one of the brightest sparks I've seen in this game, is just being able to mentor kids on the way up, on their come up. So, you know, if you are one of those people, thank you for doing the service. And if you're not, I'd say open yourself up to the possibility. Who knows what could happen?
To answer your question, Midnight, yes, I love potatoes.
Yo,
You can cook potatoes any way you want.
what's the best way to have a
And
potato?
they're so good.
What's the best way?
Honestly, fried potatoes. You saute them in a skillet with some oregano, some olive oil, some salt, some pepper, and a little teeny tiny bit of cumin.
That actually sounds really good.
That is. You're making me hungry.
It's my own recipe.
How about you, Gigs? How do you eat your taters?
I'm more of a sweet potato kind of person sometimes. So probably fried, oven baked, or something like that.
Oh, yeah. I like me mashed potatoes. Why I like mashed potatoes is because you can put whatever you want inside. You could fill that bad boy with as much cream cheese, butter, cheese, all the cheeses you want go inside of that thing. I put sriracha mayo, right? I put sweet chili sauce. I put Chick-fil-A sauce. Oh my gosh, those things sing by the time I'm done with it. Mashed potatoes for me, that's the way to go.
Hell yeah.
All right. We got another question. You got another one queued up for us? Yeah, we got some fries here in the chat. We got some baked potatoes. Yeah, I love seeing it. Hey, Mama Shy Bug, how you doing? Blue hearts all the way. Positive mental attitude, everybody.
There's one that Gigs mentioned earlier, and it's, can a person be better? I know you like the philosophical questions, Gigs.
I'll let y'all take that first.
Thank you. Well, yeah, anyone could be better. It just depends on if you want to take the reins and actually do it. It takes a lot of work, to be quite honest, to just be better, as I like to say. It does. Could take months. It could take up to years.
I would definitely say that people can become better. Coming from personal experience, VR chat has a huge problem with minors lying about their age. And I used to be one of those people who lied about their age. When I was 15, 16, I lied that I was 18. And this was so that I could dance and I could go do stuff that typical 18-year-olds would be able to do. Now, that cost me a lot of my friends. It also cost me my mental health and everything like that. And this was way before my TikTok days. But I've gotten better. I believe that I've gotten better as a person. I don't lie about my age. I'm completely honest. Well, not completely, but we all have to be honest to a point.
So, like, what were the consequences of lying about your age?
Well, at the time, not a lot of people asked me my age, but for the people who did and found out, I was blocked. I was blacklisted. And I lost friends because of it. I lost a partner because of it. Now, this partner actually knew that I was 15, 16, but they found out I was lying about my age, and I lost them. It wasn't a good thing to be doing, and I ended up going into a really bad place mentally.
So what would your advice be to somebody who is lying about their age right now or is even considering it as a minor?
If you're considering it, please don't. There's no point. There's no point. If you want to do something that 18-year-olds can do, I would wait. Just wait. It's not that long. If you're currently lying about your age, I would say come out with it before it's too late. Because the longer you lie about it, the more trouble that other people could get in. Like, if you're dancing for a club and you're saying that you're 18 and they find out, some other people find out that you are a minor, that club can get blacklisted and shut down. And if you're messing around with someone who's over the age of 18 thinking you're 18, they can get in a lot of trouble, even if they didn't know. Just don't do it. It's not worth it. It really isn't.
To be quite honest, if you tell the truth like from the beginning, there's actually quite a bit of adults out there who will like be like, you want to go play like a game and go sit in a public lobby like and murder or something like that, and just like guide them to like the nice places, like the fucking like the game worlds. There's a lot of game worlds in this game.
So
but
many.
A lot of adults will like, take you under your wing a little bit. A lot of them won't. A lot of them won't add you or anything, but a good conversation's usually nice though.
Yeah. And again, just to reiterate what Rage was saying, if there's any minors out there who are currently lying about your age or thinking about lying about your age, use this as an opportunity to get away from that. If you haven't yet and you're thinking about it, don't do it. It's going to ruin your reputation and the reputation of the people around you. You're going to lose friend groups. You're going to lose relationships. It's all going to come unraveling, and everyone's going to see you for the fraud that you are. If you are currently lying about it, if you're in deep already, my advice to you is to come clean. There is nothing better for you than to go and talk about it right now before you're caught. Because once you're caught, you're going to be in so much trouble. You're going to be blacklisted, separated, and ostracized from the community. And I don't want that for you. So if you are, the best thing you can do is announce it, come clean, say, hey, this is what I've been doing. This is the mistake I made. I'm not doing anymore. I'm done. We will have mad respect for you if you come out and say that. Honestly, the community will be accepting of you if you come out yourself and admit it. So what'll call out to anybody who's a minor right now, yo, if that's the case, like, we on your side, but you got to tell us the truth. Anyways, I think the original question that Gig said was, can people change? Did you have a response to that? Do you have an answer to that?
Oh, me?
Yeah.
Yeah, people can change, people can grow. It takes years, it could take months. It's if you want to take those first steps, and the first steps are always the hardest. And that's really all I got in my head.
And on a personal level, when it comes to change, I think as an individual, you want to do small steps at a time. Change isn't something that's dramatic and happens overnight. It's about the small little details you make along your journey. It's the little bit you do every day. And if you're going to change, it's going to be in increments. So don't think about, oh, tomorrow I'm going to change my whole life drastically. It's making the small change you can today that you'll also make again tomorrow and the day after and the day after. Now, if you're helping somebody who's trying to change, this is important as well. It is not your responsibility to take on the change in somebody else's life. It's your responsibility to give them opportunities to change. And if they don't accept that, if they're not trying to work on bettering themselves, then they'll reveal that they are an individual not worth being around. Some instances, that's a good thing for you. In other instances, that's going to be hard. You've developed a friendship with them. You've developed a connection with them. But if they aren't trying to dig themselves out of the mud, you can't put that burden on yourself.
You can stay in your little rut for a little while, but bring yourself up. There's always a brighter end.
Absolutely. Y'all got anything else on that, or you guys want to move on to the next?
I don't think I have anything else left.
I don't have anything else left for that.
All right. Well, feel free to hit us with the next one. I know Donovan here is asking what your favorite animal is. I remember when I was a little kid in school, I wrote an entire paper on a puffin. I learned what puffins were. I thought they were penguins. They're not. They're tiny little birds that look like penguins, but they lie to you. And they eat fish. And that's what I learned.
I would have to say my favorite animal, ooh, would be the blue macaw or deer.
Okay, that's very different. Why those two?
I love deer. They're graceful, they're gorgeous creatures. And then the blue macaw, it's a very endangered species, but they're beautiful and the sounds they make is just absolutely amazing.
You see, I can't stand deer, Rage. I can't. I grew up in like the country and we had deer everywhere and they were the stupidest pesty animals that we had around. I would literally be driving my car home and I would have a deer in front of me who was doing a zigzag pattern in my lane trying to evade me. I'm like going 20 miles an hour. I'm like, bro, just pick a side.
I'm gonna go around you either way.
Right? Just pick a side. I'm not gonna hit you. Yeah, I can't stand deer.
And don't get me wrong, they're pests, especially when you live in the country. Like, they'll eat your apple trees, that's the big problem we had with deer. But they're very graceful in my opinion, and I love the babies.
They're so cute, the little spots.
So cute. They are
The
adorable.
babies are adorable.
You're right. I can't be mad at that.
Exactly. Case in point.
I always get reminded of Bambi, though.
Aww.
Oh, I just... I don't know if I can say that here.
Uh-oh. Maybe you should. Maybe you can dance around it. Uh-oh.
I shot Bambi's mom before.
What? You did what? Rage!
Oh.
Rage, how could you?
We didn't realize that there was a baby, and we thought it was a buck, but it was just a really buff lady deer. We ended up shooting it, and out of the bushes comes this baby deer, and I'm like, oh.
Oh no.
I never cried so hard over a deer.
Rage, how could you? You made a Bambi.
I'm sorry.
You made a Bambi.
It was a really buff female deer.
Oh my God.
She was strong.
Just came back from the gym, just veiny and vascular. Yo, I got a
I
deer
just see that
story.
over cartoon buff.
Yeah, I got a deer story. Y'all want to hear my deer story? All right, I'll talk about my deer
I would
story.
love to hear your deer story.
I am a college student. I am going to college. I am about to get in my car to go to the college. And as I am doing that, like I told you, I'm growing up in the country here, there's a deer in my yard. Now, that's happened a million times before. It's going to happen a million times again. It ain't nothing special. But as I'm walking to my car, backpack on and everything, I look up at this deer and it's a buck. And normally, like when they see you, they'll run, they'll scatter. They're like, oh, human, I gotta get out of here. And they'll start running. So he looks up at me and I don't think too much of it. I'm still walking to my car and he doesn't run. So like I give him a little double take and I see that, you know, he's got a couple good points on him. He's a good looking buck. And then he turns to face me. And as he faces me, I see that there is a gaping wound out of his chest. Blood is actually dripping out of his chest. And he's standing there just looking at me. And I'm like, okay. All right. So I start walking to my car and then he starts trotting towards me. And I'm like, okay. And I'm looking at the distance and he's closer to my car. He's closer to my car than I am. And I'm like, okay, I don't feel comfortable anymore. And I run back inside. Run back into my house. My roommate's there. And he's like, yo, aren't you going to school? I was like, yeah, but I have a problem now. And so like, I'm looking around the house. I'm like, okay, what am I going to use to defend myself against this deer? I have to get in my car so I can make it to class on time. Like, what am I'm not going to shoot this thing, right? Like I'm not going to bring a gun to this fight. And I'm like looking around. So I ended up grabbing a machete and a tennis racket, right? I've got a machete in my hip, and now I'm holding a tennis racket. I go back out, and homeboy's eating grass as he had been 5 minutes ago, as if nothing had happened. I walk out of my house terrified now. I'm holding this tennis racket as like a sign of defense. I was trying to like hold it up so like he knows I'm like a predator that he shouldn't be fighting, right? Again, he sees me. He stands up from his grass and he looks over at me. Blood dripping from his chest, gaping wound still not attended to. I start walking towards my car. He starts trotting towards me. I panic. I look down at the grass and pretend I am unassuming and not a threat to him. He stops because now he's confused at what's going on. I grab my tennis racket and I throw it at him. It 100% misses, goes right by his face, and he is unfazed. He doesn't flinch an inch. During that time, I start booking it to my car. I hit the unlock button, throw the door open, jump inside, and close it as fast as I can. I turn on the car. I'm like, who's in control now, bitch? This guy continues to stand there, unwavered by my actions as I drive past him towards my school. That was the most terrified I had ever been because a deer was threatening my life.
I'm gonna be honest with you, hun.
That sounds like a horror story.
Right?
That ain't no deer. That, my friend, is a skin walker, not deer. All right, that wasn't no deer. That was a whole ass other creature.
Actually happened to me. That was the most scared I've been from another animal in my life. That guy looked like he was going to just like charge me, horns and all, ready to fight to the death. And I was like, bruh, I'm just trying to get to class. But yeah, that's my deer story, everybody. Hope you enjoyed. Y'all
That's
got
ridiculous. Ooh.
Yeah, y'all got a follow up for that, or you guys want to jump into another question?
I got a follow-up question for that. Oh, I got a good one.
Yo, hit me up.
What's a paranormal experience that you've had?
Ooh,
If any.
I got a couple, but I'll let y'all have the mic.
I had this one when I was a kid. All you heard above you, like, was just the thumping, like, actual thumping. Not that, like, house settling thump, but it was, like, almost like someone's walking and there's nothing above you. That really freaked me out when I was, like, 8 or 9 years old.
Interesting. Like, were there other people there who heard it too?
No.
Oh. Weird.
Yeah, that's why I'm like, I think it was only me and my sister could hear that.
Wow.
Like, just that thumping on the roof, and it's just like, why? But that's the most paranormal experience I've ever had, or can actually remember.
Dang.
Huh?
You got one, Rage?
Sorry, I zoned out.
Paranormal activity.
Actually, this happened very, very recently. I think it was like 2 weeks ago. So I was coming downstairs to tidy everything up before I headed to bed. And I get downstairs and we have like this sliding barn door. I slide that open and I look towards my gaming set on the other side of the room. There is this black figure standing there by my gaming set. So I'm like, screw this. I'm going to bed. I'm seeing things. So I close the door and I head to bed. The next morning, I come back. There is a handprint in the dust on the side of my desk, and my little cup that I had sitting on top was now in the trash can.
Whoa.
Time to sell the house.
I'm moving out, it's fine.
Nice.
Sell the house and never look back.
Yeah, no, I would be terrified.
My family's always had ties with like paranormal experiences. Like my brother had one when he was little, my dad had one when he was little, my mother had one when she was little. Like we're very in tune with like paranormal activity. We actually were a part of a paranormal discovery team for a while.
Wow. Well, you ready for a paranormal story? Because oh boy, do I have one for you. Y'all ready for this?
Hell yeah. Let me get my popcorn.
Yeah, and buckle your seatbelts. This one's going to be a ride, folks. All right, here we go. So I grew up, born and raised California. I'm a Cali boy. And there's a lot of gold rush history here. Like that's around the time like where like California became a thing. So a lot of it's gold rush oriented. Now, I'm going to tell you the wonderful place that is Downeyville. Downeyville actually exists. You can Google it on a map. Go ahead and check it out. Like what I'm saying here, there's validity to it. My first experience with Downeyville wasn't even me going there. I had a friend, and like we were chatting, hanging out. I'd known him for a couple years, and he recently got a girlfriend. And his girlfriend was from Downeyville. She'd come and visit every now and then, and I'd see her and I'd hang out with her. And she was, a good time, kind of an odd character, right? You could tell she didn't quite fit in, wasn't quite normal. But, we were pleasant to her and nice all the same. They were going out 6 months, 8 months past, whatever. And then I see him again. And I was like, oh, hey, bro, how's it going? How are you and your girl? And he goes, oh, yeah, we broke up. And I was like, oh, no, so sorry to hear that. What happened? And he goes, okay, well, I went over to Downeyville to go see her, right? And we were just hanging out with her friends. And then they decided they wanted to go into the forest and start sacrificing a goat. And I was like, huh? What? And he's like, yeah, apparently she's a part of a cult. And in Downeyville, what they do for fun is that they go out into the forest and they sacrifice goats. And I go, oh, okay. I guess I'm not going to Downeyville ever. Right? Years pass. I don't even think about this place, right? I am now on a vacation with my friends and family, and we're having a good time. And we're at this lake. We spent the weekend there. It was amazing and wonderful. I'm riding back home with one of my friends, and we hit a fork in the road, and we were like, was it a left or a right? Now, we were at one of those places where you didn't have good cell service, so you couldn't just Google Maps it. You kind of had to know. And we're like, I think it was a left. No, it might have been a right. No. It had to have been a left. So we go left, and we start taking this road, hoping to get back to civilization. We're probably an hour and a half down the road, and we're like, this doesn't look right to us. Like we're going in the wrong. We got to go figure out where we're going. We're almost out of gas. Where are we? We checked the sign, and lo and behold, we arrived in Downeyville. And I was like, yes, I have heard many things about this place. So we ride in, and Downeyville is this small little town. There's nothing going on here. There's maybe a couple people scattered, right? They got one general store. They got one gas station. This place legitimately is out of a Stephen King novel, right? So we go in, we pull up, we try to get gas. The gas station is out of service. They are not pumping gas, and we are basically on empty. The sun's basically setting at this point. We're at least an hour and a half from our campsite, let alone all the way back home. So I'm looking at my friend. He's looking at me. We're like, oh my gosh, what do we do? Right? It's like, okay, well, I'm just going to figure out what way's home, how we can get out of here. So we go into the general store. This is the only grocery store they have in town, right? We go in there, completely empty, and there's just one dude standing there at the counter. We go in and talk to him, and you can tell this dude's not normal. We start a conversation. Hey man, are we able to pump gas across the street? It doesn't look like we're able to. He goes, oh, the gas station. Oh yeah, that's been run down all weekend. We haven't been able to pump any gas at all. And me and my friend look at each other and we're like, fuck. This dude keeps talking, right? And he goes, yeah, that probably won't be fixed until at least tomorrow. You guys should probably spend the night here in Downeyville. And we're looking at each other. We're like, dude, what is this guy's problem right now? And then he's like, yeah, we don't get too many visitors in these parts, but we got this good inn right down the street. You guys should go and check that out. And I'm like, okay, thanks, sir. Ring me up for my Gatorade, please. I think I'm done with this conversation. Now, I didn't say that, but that was basically the vibe I had. So, we buy our snacks. We get back in the car. Me and my friend are talking to each other like, yo, bro, like, what are we going to do? What are we going to do? This place is giving me the creeps. They can't pump gas. That guy's obviously a serial killer, and they used to sacrifice and are probably still sacrificing goats in the forest. He goes, well, we kind of don't have any options. We don't have enough gas to get out of here. We got to spend the night. So reluctantly, we pull into the motel that they have over there. And by the way, there's this one bridge, this one big bridge in town. And it's basically just one main street. That's all it is. So this hotel is like right next to this bridge. We go in there and we're talking to this dude to like rent the place for the night to go get a room. There is one other car in this place and then there's us. That's it. It's not like this place is packed to the brim. This is literally a Stephen King novel. We are talking to this dude, and he was basically the brother of the guy who was running the general store, right? Like, they could have been family. He's sitting there talking to us in the same disposition that we had been listening to earlier. He goes, oh yeah, we don't get too many guests out here, but it's getting kind of late, and we ain't got no gas for you. Because you guys are kind of down on your luck a little bit, I'll give you a bit of a discount. How about I take $10 off tonight to have you guys stay with us? And me and my friend are just like, bro, we would do anything to get out of here right now. If our phones worked, we would have called an Uber home. We don't care if it's 5 hours away. We don't want to spend a night here. But if this is our only resort, I guess we're going to have to stay. He hands us the keys. We take the keys. We go into our room. We're sitting there. We can't even like we're just sitting in silence for hours. There's nothing to talk about. There's no reason to put the TV on. We're just trying to hope that nothing worse happens tonight. We lay in our beds. We're trying to get a wink of sleep. We can't. As we're laying there in bed, we begin to hear our cabinets creak. Right? It's not just creaking. It's like cabinets opening and closing and opening and closing and doorways opening and closing. There was nobody else in this motel except for one other car on the far end of things, right? Just as we begin to get to the point where we are falling asleep and that subtle Sandman comes and puts you away for the night, we begin to hear a woman's voice in a blood-curdling scream that was on and off for the next hour. For the next hour, we heard a woman screaming bloody murder as me and my friend lay there in absolute silence, petrified to move, right? Hours pass. Eventually, we get some sleep throughout the night. We wake up and we get out of there as soon as possible. We go to the gas station first thing in the morning. His pumps are ready. We pump our gas and boom, we're gone. We're not staying for this place. Downeyville is as cursed as it is and we want nothing to do with it. Years pass. I don't think about Downeyville again, right? I am now recanting this story to a couple of my coworkers, letting them know of what happened in this place. They brought it upon themselves to Google Downeyville because they're like, what is going on? Come to find out, Downeyville is haunted. It is the only place in California where they hung a female woman during the Gold Rush era. The one and only account in California's history where they hung a woman. And the reason they did it was because she had had a dispute with one of the miners and was angry because she had claimed that she was, impregnated by him without her consent. She had brought that to him, to the mining community, to the city around her. And you know what they did in response? They hung her with a rope from the very bridge that we had spent the night across from. Downeyville is the absolute most cursed location I have ever been to in my entire life, and I pray to God that I am never back there again. I am not one for paranormal ghost stories, but Downeyville is the one exception that I cannot explain in my life. That, ladies and gentlemen, is my story of Downeyville.
I might just have to Google that now.
I recommend
May
you
just
do.
have to go back to California.
Wait, you'd want to
I
go
love
to this
learning
place?
about cults.
Oh my gosh. No,
yeah,
I am not
love
advertising
paranormal.
Downeyville.
I like researching.
No, like
into
I have
cults,
an
it's just
EMF
really weird.
reader. I have a spirit box. Like, my dad and I are paranormal junkies. I may just have to go to Downeyville.
Do your research. Check it out. Read up on it. Downeyville is 100% a thing, and in my opinion, it is 100%
Maybe I'll
haunted.
kidnap you.
No, I ain't going back. That's some Stephen King shit right there.
joking,
And I
I'm
ain't going to be a part of that.
Not gonna lie, the town you were describing kind of reminds me of Grass Range here in Montana. Like, well, we don't even have a general store. We have a mercantile, which is also doubled as a gas station.
Really? Oh my gosh. Is it creepy too? Like the guy who
The
owns it?
population's
Is it like creepy people who are like always isolated and by themselves? Because I just felt, even though there was another person there, I was always alone.
Not really, but for me, it's because I grew up there. And my mom's also like really well known in that town because of she kind of spray painted their water tower.
Really? No way.
Yeah, and I'm known as her daughter.
Nice. But yeah, that's my paranormal story. That's what I got for you. I don't know if you guys want to stay on paranormal stuff or if you guys want to change the subject to something else, but I'll pass the rock to you. What are y'all feeling?
Hey, little bear, can I come with you? Can I come with you guys?
Oh, Little Bear, are you talking about going to Downeyville?
Wait. Where are you going to Downeyville? If you're going to Downeyville, count me in too. Come on.
Dude, no, don't form a road trip. I don't want to lose my friends.
Road trip.
Road trip.
If you go to Downeyville, this is what's going to happen. You're going to go there, you're going to get in trouble, and I'm going to have some prophecy from home of like, your friends are in danger, you need to save them. And I'll have to go and like face my fears and revisit this city one more time. You better not do that to me.
Yeah. Yeah, maybe we will. Maybe we will, Theo. Maybe we will.
No. It's not worth it.
Okay.
Yo, who in the chat would want to go to Downeyville? If you want to go to Downeyville after that story, put it in the chat. I want to know how many crazy people there are listening right now. Like, what?
Hell yeah, Mr. Chief. Hell yeah, Mr. Chief.
No.
I would expect it from you.
No! What do you
I would
guys...
expect
Little
it from
bear,
you.
yeah.
Don't.
Chief.
Mr. Chief says if I go, we'll get my Master Chief suit and my shotgun.
Dude, you're going to need more than a shotgun. You're going to need holy water. You're going to need garlic. You're going to need the power of Christ.
Good thing I'm a crystal junkie. Wait, no, that sounded wrong. I don't. Wait, no, I don't do drugs. I don't do drugs.
Oh, that belongs on a t-shirt.
I don't do drugs. I swear.
Oh my gosh, you're doing a good time. Yo, wow. I can't believe there's that many crazy people here. All y'all would want to go to Downeyville after that haunted paranormal story. Yikes, man. Yikes. I'm glad I could sit here and
Sounds like
share that
fun.
with you,
Horror game
though.
I ever played.
Yeah, but that's real life. That's like your actual life. They were legitimately sacrificing goats. These people on their spare time would sacrifice animals in the forest to like probably Satan and other gods. You know what I mean?
True, but I don't want to sacrifice a goat. I just want to experience a ghost.
I just want a goat. I just want a baby fainting goat that I can raise as my own. And a cow. I want a cow too.
Oh my gosh. Y'all too much, for real, for real. I am glad y'all haven't had a paranormal experience like that before. That changed my life. I'm a different human being because I had to experience Downeyville. I'll tell you that.
Okay, let me see here. What we got here?
Yeah, I don't know how you can what question you can ask that's gonna match that in terms of intensity and level, but good luck.
I think we're just gonna move on, and we're
Right.
gonna go with a very light-hearted question.
Potato.
What is your opinion on pineapple pizza?
Oh,
Pineapple on pizza.
that's the best transition. Paranormal activity right into pineapple pizza. It's
I know,
right there.
right? All right.
I like it. Yeah, no, I'm not gonna have it on every pizza, but certain pizzas, yeah, sure, why not?
I like pineapple on pizza. I grew up Hawaiian and Italian, so having that mixed together with thin crust. Thick crust sucks with pineapple pizza. Thin crust all the way.
But it makes the pizza soggy. I'm the oddball out. I don't like pineapple on pizza. I only like it a certain way, and that's if you can get most of the juice out.
What? Oh, I'm the exact opposite. I like me a sloppy wet pizza. So I'll get a Papa Murphy's. You guys have Papa Murphy's in your area? The one that you have to buy in the store, take home, and then bake it?
Oh, I do, yeah.
Yeah. I get the base pizza. It has its sauce on it, and then I put, and here's the secret ingredient. Y'all listen at home want to take notes now. Chick-fil-A sauce and then Chick-fil-A Polynesian sauce on top of it. Oh, it's so good. It's so good.
I'm spinning.
Oh, it's so good. It's the best. If you haven't tried that, I absolutely recommend it. It's going to take your pizza game to the next level.
It actually does sound good. Minus the pineapple.
Okay, but I've tried this thing called a Polynesian pizza. It was weird, but it was oddly delicious.
Yeah.
It's pineapple, Canadian bacon, mandarin oranges, and mango on a cheese pizza.
That sounds great. I want some right now. Can you have that delivered?
Ooh.
It's really good. Yeah,
that
you can
sounds-
have it delivered.
Delicious. Would you try that, Gigs?
There's actually probably I actually have a pizza that I do really like. It's kind of like a curry pizza. Like you just put Indian curry and chicken and stuff like that onto the pizza, and that's all it really is. I don't know how else to describe it, but it is really, really good.
It does sound good. Chief over here is
I
getting...
have had a chocolate pizza.
Yeah, he's getting dangerous. He's asking if we've ever had chocolate pizza before.
Chocolate pizza.
Chocolate? Yo, is it like...
It's
what is that like?
basically it's like a cookie.
Okay.
But the
Or a cake.
crust is like a cookie dough,
Okay.
and it's baked. And then there's chocolate chips, chocolate sprinkles, stuff like that.
Oh. You're speaking to my heart right now. You're speaking to my heart, which is
The
through my
sad thing
stomach.
is, I can't have it very often.
I'm allergic to chocolate.
I'm so
no.
sorry. You know, I kind of am too because I'm
Makes
lactose
me
intolerant. And 99% of
That's why.
chocolate is milk. Yeah, I know. Oh,
Yeah,
that
no,
sounds so good.
I'm the same way.
I like dark chocolate though.
Really?
Dark chocolate's really nice.
Wait, you're saying
It doesn't hurt my tummy.
we're all lactose intolerant here? Did I just hear that right?
Oh.
Yeah,
I'm
I guess
lactose
so.
intolerant, yeah.
Oh my gosh. Yo, so many people in VR chat are. This is weird.
Maybe it's just a cult at this point.
Hey, where the goats at? Where the goats at?
Oh my
All right. So we're at about an hour, which is typically where I like to call it. But are there any other questions you want to hit before we get out of here? I got some in the tank for some more if you guys want to hit a couple.
I say we let the chat ask a question.
Yeah.
All right, chat, you heard it. Give us a couple questions. Give us a couple things to hit. We want to talk about some things.
I don't know where your dad is, Kenny. I'm sorry.
Who's Kenny?
Where's my dad?
Where's your dad? I don't have an answer for you, buddy.
I don't know where your dad is, hon.
Sorry. Yo, Shroomsy, what's your favorite colors? I'm sporting them, baby. You see this? You see this blue-purple combination? Yo, this stuff's fire.
I like red, black, green, and purple. But I like red and black the most. And that's probably obvious because that's my color scheme on ERChat.
Nice.
Little Bear, you already have my
blue
stuff.
And purple. As you could kind of tell.
Yeah. No, that's a good
I
getup.
mainly wear green though.
But that blue complement, that blue highlight really makes it pop.
Yeah, it does.
Yeah.
It's very nice. This used to be green and everything else was blue at one point, but
Gotcha. What else we got here? What are y'all usernames and how can we be friends? Little Bear. This is It's Gigs. This is Rage Wrecker. Go follow them on
You know me.
TikTok. They good times. They good people. I highly recommend it. If you don't know, now you know. We all TikTokers be a part of a community spreading some positive mental attitude out here. We need more of it, that's for sure. What else we got? How would someone be able...
wondering... yeah.
Go for it.
Sorry. I'm sorry. How would someone be able to join a podcast of yours?
So, Pup, what I kind of want to do is keep this as a community of people who are like building towards it, who are doing something in it. So if you're a creator at all, world creator, avatar creator, content creator, like those are the people who I want on my podcast. I want people who are like giving in and contributing. So if you're doing anything like that for the community, let me know and I'll get you on. That's how you do it. You contribute in your own way, whatever it is that you find interesting. Those are the people who I want to be podcasting with. Thanks, Shroomsy. He likes the avatar. Chief is saying the green, gold, blue, and red is a great combo.
Shruti is asking, if you had to survive off of one food, what would it be?
Oh, that's easy.
Musubi.
What?
Musubi.
What is that?
Okay,
I've never heard of it.
Basically, it's spam, but you marinate the spam for 24 hours. And then you either bake it or you grill it. Then it's put on a rice patty and wrapped in seaweed.
Oh. So you're telling me that if you had to eat one thing for the rest of your life, it would be like fermented, marinated spam?
Yep. Musubi, my favorite food. Hell yeah, man.
Oh
Hell yeah.
You crazy, Rage. How about you, Gigs? What would
Why
you
do you
eat?
think my name's Rage?
That's a fair point.
I actually hate eating the same food over and over again. I have to spice it up. Probably mac and cheese, if anything.
Yeah, you could do mac and cheese 100
Very
different
basic.
ways.
Yeah.
I would do pizza because you could do pizza a million different ways. You can have, we were just talking about cookie pizza, right? I mean, there you go. Like you could do a million different kinds of pizzas. That's a very broad spectrum. I'd choose pizza, locking that bad boy in. Yo, Jinx has one here. I'm learning how to start a podcast. Do you have any tips? Because I'm very new to the idea. You got to find a system that works for you. You got to make it as easy as you can and get as many reps as humanly possible. So for me, I get a camera. I open OBS, the open broadcast software, which like allows you to record. You got to watch some YouTube tutorials, figure out how to get it up. But as soon as you do, you hit the button. And my recommendation to you, get as many reps in as possible. Every time you're in front of the mic, that's another rep. You're going to be absolutely awful at it the first time you do it, but you're going to get better the more times you try. So don't judge yourself by the first time, by the second time. You don't get to judge how good you are at podcasting until you've done 100 of them. So that's my recommendation to you. Get your reps in. And Zero is saying my ear floof looks like rock candy and you want some. You may not have any of my ear rock candy. These are mine. These are not for you. Okay. Pizza bagels.
It looks so appetizing.
No. Pizza bagels. Can you join? Are you doing something cool for the community? Hit me up in a comment on one of my TikToks. That way we can have a chat about it. To answer you back, Theo, I am an avatar creator. Oh yeah, pup, you avatar creator, you know, Blood Monkey. Have him set up the comms between you and me. Maybe we can get something going. We'll see. That being said, it's about 1 hour and 5, and I think I got another one of these bad boys coming up here pretty soon. I think I'm going to call it here. One last time, this is It's Gigs over here. Go follow them on TikTok. They are an absolute good time. Couldn't give you a higher recommendation. We got Rage Rekka in the back giving you a little bit of that chaos. Go follow them as well. This has been an absolute blast having a podcast with these two, and I think I'll run it back. These two are a good time. Y'all got any parting words for the audience?
Bye.
Bye. Have a good day.
Your mom's house.